What's going on, fellas? This is Sir Studmuffin, leader of Affliction. And look at this glorious base, first of all. Just saying. I'm just kidding. Alright, so we are getting to our war recap. I believe this is number 4. This is gonna be our war recap of our inner clan war. And first things first, we're gonna go through real quickly and see what the bases looked like in terms of kind of the war. So for Affliction 1, it ended in a tie for both clans, which I absolutely loved. A lot of people are going to be angry because TP didn't bully attack. I told him he couldn't. We had 4 attacks, one of which our Town Hall 8 didn't even use at all. I think that's only fair. Plus, it's a practice war, people. Come on now. You shouldn't be bully attacking in a practice war. It's for practice. Who wins, wins. Doesn't necessarily matter, though. We all win in the end. So I thought this was a fitting result, and I kind of said that at the beginning. But our Town Hall 8s went, in Affliction 1, went absolutely ham at the end. Shout out to Alpha, shout out to Killer, shout out to Bo, Jim, our 4 8s, all 3-starred, which was excellent. Absolutely love that. Um, and anyhow, so Alejandro stayed alive. Flush stayed alive. That was only one attack though on that, and that was with level 2 drags. So it's average. We even left the Town Hall 7. So I mean, come on, people. We could have hit that. Um, but it is what it is. I thought this was a fitting result. My base got 2-starred. Wi-Fi got 3-starred. Um, Killer stayed up. Solid defense. I think they had a few on him, and they 3-starred our bottom. You know, our bottom was a little weak, but our mid to top did pretty well. So both clans had a 3-star and a Town Hall 9 as well, which I love. Just quick look at both clans in terms of their attacking. Bones and attack, straight neck punch to him. Looks like Boss struggled a little bit. Brew struggled a little bit. Bones struggled a little bit. Alpha Alejandro didn't necessarily do terrible. I liked the second attack a lot. Don't know if I'll show it or not. We'll see. Depends on our time. TP struggled a little. Tim did well. I struggled first attack, no doubt. Wi-Fi did. I think he did pretty well. I was happy with his first attack, but I think that might have gotten wiped. I'm not sure. Alpha second attack did well, and hopefully I said Wi-Fi. I think I said that. For some reason I keep calling Alpha Wi-Fi, but or Wi-Fi Alpha. I don't know. Bo did well though. Like I said, all of our 8s, between Alpha, Bo, Killer, and Jim did great. You can see Carly did. I mean, he fucking 2-starred Town Hall 7. Like, what is that shit, man? Robbie got his 3-star. He didn't use second attack, neck punch, but I think for what we had, Affliction 1 did well. I think Affliction 2 kind of learned their lesson, though, and hopefully because they didn't really take their second attacks that seriously because they thought they already won and it ended up in a tie. So hopefully they weren't banking on TP to use his second attack as a bully attack. I really hope not, because I made it very clear at the beginning I didn't want to see that crap. Um, anyhow, let's go ahead and get to the war recap. So let's go ahead and show what they did to us. I want to show Tim's attack on Wi-Fi. I can't remember. Yes, I did say a go uh, logo wipe or a logo wee wee, which is actually what he uses. I already did the in-depth analyses, so let's go ahead and just watch the recap. I don't really want to talk about too much of what to do because I already did that. So anyhow, he drops the 2 golems at the top. Looks like he has a pretty good spread of his wizards. Um, looks like he created the funnel. Drops his 3rd golem, which is in. Wall breakers go in pretty well to the core. Looks like an enemy lava hound. Now, one of the things real quick I would note what I'd like to see a lot more, especially on Goho attacks, Gold Learn, drop your Archer Queen first and then your Barb King. Because I feel like when you kind of delay the Barb King drop a little bit, um, if there is an enemy dragon or whatever, that dragon's gonna lock onto the golems. And you don't want that dragon to lock on to your king. You want the queen to lock on to the enemy CC, whatever that is. You save the king for the enemy witch. 100% every time. So anyhow, look at this big, I mean, large mass of troops are there. Absolutely love that. Um, you're gonna watch here. Where is his king? His king is beating on a wall. Look like he's hitting the queen. A little late on the jump spell. I think the heal spell was a little early. But still looking good here. He's got his troops staying up. And he has a lot of loons in the bag. So you can see exactly what I was talking about earlier with Wi-Fi's kind of weakness. Interesting to see the double heal. I was expecting double rage. But I think he was banking on the giant bombs. Now, he brings a large amount of loons on this top right. Um, I think he dropped a little too much loons on that. I would have dropped 2 loons on this bottom, but when you're doing the loons, you want to drop them on the sides, most definitely, um, because you want your troops to go straight through the base, like a straight line through the base. Drop the loons on the side so that you're kind of directing your main troops towards that. Um, and I mean, for bases with ARD, kind of like Wi-Fi's was, I mean, the logo wipe, logo wee wee, however whatever variant of that you're using, it's just so strong. If you're able to use loons, back end loons, man, super strong attack. So definite weakness in Wi-Fi's base. I don't think we're gonna see a whole lot of logo wipers, but definitely something to consider. Um, so let's go ahead and I mean this all of this is just cleanup. Fairly solid attack. He saw the weakness with the lanes and it was just over from then. Looks like my replays are skipping a little bit. Hopefully it's not terrible. But I don't it's kind of nighttime. I'm not really looking to go downstairs to record these to go right next to my router. We'll go ahead and watch the attack on my base as well. Um, my base was pretty solid. Actually, I loved the P.E.K.K.A. on my base because I felt that was just a great strategy. Because I don't think a whole lot of people. Tim actually uses looks like a Hogo Wee Wee. He went a little. Looks like he went a little heavy on the witches and not the golems. Don't know if I would have done that. You can see my P.E.K.K.A. kind of going. Let me slow this down a little. You can see. I think I just took out some witches there. He drops his hogs and the mass on the side. Probably wouldn't have done that. I don't think Hogo Wee Wee is the appropriate strategy for this base. He gets a 2-star, which is kind of what if people want to go Wee Wee, go wipe me, I kind of give it to him. This is, I guess, like a 3-star, anti 3-star base. Um, anyhow, he gets a 2-star 50%. I would have dropped back end lens though on my own base, in all honesty. So, anyhow, you can just kind of see that my base held fairly well. But Hogo Wee Wee not the strategy to use against my base. I just wanted to show that real quick on my base, because it's a Town Hall 9 attack. Now let's see. I'll show. We'll go to Alejandro's because I liked it because it was a logo wipe, which is a little different. It's only a 2-star, but it was a 90%. Ran out of time. It starts off with the 2 hog bait on the bottom. I'm definitely not going to use P.E.K.K.A. in Alpha's base again. Was not effective whatsoever. When there's an easy bait, P.E.K.K.A. is not worth it. But if it's hard to bait, P.E.K.K.A. is actually pretty strong. So, anyhow, pretty easy kill. I think Brew attacked it, but he didn't let the P.E.K.K.A. die. So when you're doing that bait, you definitely want to make sure the P.E.K.K.A is dead. But you can just drop a dragon, that sucker will die pretty quick. So drops a go wipe. Looks like it's a logo up though. I think he went. And when you watch if you haven't watched my video already on the base breakdown, I think he went too heavy on the go white part of this. I would have brought more loons for sure, probably 6 loons, and I would have dropped them differently as well. Um, let's go ahead and watch this. I probably would not have brought 3 P.E.K.K.As as well. I would have brought 2. Um, but I mean, he drops to 2 loons on those. Really, you only need 1 on them. I mean, the archer towers are, well, for the most part, were looking at the golems and the core. Um, so I mean, it's still a good attack, but probably would have gone a little heavier on the loons, less on the P.E.K.K.As. Solid spells though, it looked like for the most part, and really just runs out of time. I think he runs out of gas too, but yeah, actually, it looks like just out of time. So solid attack. That's why I wanted to show it. And then we'll show a dragon attack. We'll show flushes on Gavin. Yeah, we'll show this one. Um, he runs a drag loon. I probably would have done a little bit differently. I probably would have brought in some hogs on that bottom air sweeper. Honestly, it's kind of a shitty base, but I mean, this air sweeper is pointing the totally wrong direction. What is that? But anyways, he takes advantage, brings the dragons from the top, exactly how I would have done it. Brings some loons, solid spells all around, gets his dragons in the core, gets his loons in the core, and actually gets, I wouldn't say a little lucky, but he's able to take that last air defense out. I would have brought in hogs though for that air defense. I think that would have been a lot safer calls. So anyhow, pretty simple attack though. Nice 3-star though by Royal Flush. I think Django had a 3-star as well. You know what? I'll go ahead and go through that real quick. So this is gonna probably be a little bit of a longer video. Oh wait, no. This is a dragon attack on Jim's base with level 3 drags against level 5 Airdy. So I'm actually not gonna show that. Sorry about that. I think level 2 drags would have been something to show. Not necessarily level 3 though. But let's go ahead and see what Affliction 1 did to 2. I think we had some really solid Town Hall 8 attacks. So this is level 2 dragons against two level 6 Airdies and 1 level 5 Airdy. This is by Jim. Level 2 dragons against this is absolutely great. Love this. Runs the Rage Heal. Takes advantage of the Air Sweeper's direction. Brings the dragons solid funnel into the core. Gets those balloons in. Rages this last balloon. Absolutely love that because, man, that last air defense could have ripped them up, but he rages that last balloon right at the right time and takes out the last air defense. Pretty much cleanup now, but pretty solid attack. I like that a lot. So we're kind of running through these replays pretty quickly just because there's so much. I prefer to have like around a 20-minute video, not a freaking 50-minute video. So 20 minutes is still long, but you know what? We're not going to be able to see these replays again, so we're just going to show all of the 3-star attacks and the high percentage 2-stars. Next one is going to be Bo's attack on Boss. This is his first surgical hog. I absolutely love this. I think this is definitely what I would run on this base. Drops 3 hogs at the bottom for the bait. Might even been 4. Probably a little bit of an overkill to be honest. Once we found out there was a P.E.K.K.A, but hey, still worked out really well. Brings the P.E.K.K.A over to the side. Go ahead and fast forward through this. Look at the dragon. Dragon's gonna take it out. You just gotta be patient, and it's over. I mean, that P.E.K.K.A's not gonna be able to hit the dragon. So, next thing he does is starts bringing in his surgical hogs. 2 on there. Brings the giant up top. Probably would not have done that. I think that's kind of a waste. But that's all right. He's a newer surgical hogger. First heal spell looks great. The first attack he had, I didn't think his heals were well timed, but I think his heals were a lot better timed on this attack. Well placed as well. Just working his way around the base. This is solid timing right here, in my opinion. Heal spell down right there. Perfect timing again. Gets a hog to trail off a little bit. That's great. And gets off a GV there. Don't think that second hog was really that worth it. And then bring some loons on the bottom. What I would have done differently here on the bottom, spread those loons out a little bit. There's no reason for his loons to be dropped like that. But he does have some back end hogs. And this base is pretty much decimated. It's over from here. He's got nice cleanup. Would have liked to see those cleanup wizards a little faster, but like I said, the base is pretty much finished. Form bases, man, not really that effective. Surgical hogs, absolutely loved it. Next attack, we're gonna see. Oh, we can't see killers, man. He ran a hog attack though on that base. But this next attack is a logo wipe from Alpha, and I think he is probably one of our strongest. He and Alejandro are two strong go wipe attackers. Some of our strongest Town Hall 8 attackers. So absolutely love this. Drops the 2 golems at the bottom. Look at all those wizards, man. Great use of the wall breakers, looks like. Might have raged them up. That rage is about right. Maybe should have been a little earlier, but good placing. You want to use the rage for the CC on that. Takes that CC out really quickly. Great amass of troops. Brings in my witches that I donated to him. Great heal spell. Then a great rage spell, and takes out the air defense. Now, what I would have done differently here, he's going to drop his last loons at the top. I'm going to go ahead and pause this real quick. Right here, he's got 4 loons. I would have dropped 2 on these right archer tower right here and 2 on the left, because I think that his troops are going to go straight through the base, and it's better to have your back end loons on the sides because it's better for time management. You're gonna watch he does it on the top. I would have done it on the sides, like I said, because look where his troops are going. They're kind of naturally going. They kind of go off to the left a little bit. Still, though, I don't think the top is that effective. He gets those 2 buildings, but probably that's going to be about all they're getting. Let's go ahead and fast forward this though. It's pretty much clean up after this. Yeah, he literally got 2 structures out of 4 lanes. Probably could have gotten more out of them if he would have gone after the archer towers. When you're using lanes, definitely want to, if they have outer archer towers, man, target those things every single time. And you see his troops have to go all the way around the base. Has just enough time to finish this off. Solid attack though. Good base identification for the attack. Great 3-star. Absolutely love the 3 stars from our Town Hall 8s. So, and it was different attacks all around, which I absolutely loved. Anyhow, we'll go ahead and show both of these as well. Our Town Hall 9 attacks. This is my second war attack in 2 months. I did not do well my first attack, but I was absolutely love this. I changed this up. I don't know if I said this in an earlier video or earlier in this video, but I actually used a Hogo Wee Wee on this attack. This was inspired by Wi-Fi, and I just changed it up a little bit and made it a little bit more of a cleaner attack. So I'm going to drop my golems here at the bottom. These outer cannons, like I said, I see them as a huge weakness. And you see I'm just going to take advantage of these. Drop my 2 wall breakers on the sides, open up those compartments, then I drop my 4 wall breakers into the core. Look how I use my queen first, and then you're gonna watch, then I drop my king, and the king kills the enemy king real quick, but then look at this huge massive troops in the center and just decimates both the CC and the queen here very quickly. Great use of the rage spell, and then the heal spell right there with a little haste spell over it. Queen gets decimated, and I still have a lot of witches and wizards. Then I drop 6 back end hogs at the top, use my heal spells, which is what Wi-Fi did. And this, 6, these are 12 hogs total, and just take out all of these structures at the top. Great use of hogs. Not trying to sound egotistical, but I mean, just for this base, that was a huge weakness on this base. Um, you know, they don't have to worry about the giant bombs, and they end up even helping out with the cleanup. I think my cleanup could have been a little faster. I don't think I used my queen's ability either, but I mean, just absolutely decimated this base. It was a pretty solid attack. I like the base, but I saw that weakness and it was just over. So definitely need to change that up on TPZen in my opinion. But I was really happy with that attack. It's been my first attack in a bit. So Tim's base actually surprised me a little bit. On this attack, I don't remember if I won't be able to show mine. I ran a Go La Loon though. We had a Lava Hound. My king did kind of a walk. I did my Go La Loon in a counterclockwise formation, or in a clockwise formation. I would have done it in a counterclockwise from the top had I done it over again with a 2 Lava Hound drop because he had 2 Seeking Air Mines. Anyhow, this is a 2-star from Wi-Fi. We're just going to show it for the hell of it. But this is looks like a Go Wii Wipe. He goes really heavy on the wizards. I don't know if I would have quite done that. But for the sake of the 2-star, that's really all he could have done. It's not a terrible base. I think though it's still susceptible to a Go La Loon attack. Anyhow, so you can just see the Lava Hound really fucked me over in my attack, to be honest, because when you only have the Archer Queen to kill the enemy Queen, it doesn't work well, and that was kind of my downfall. And the Queen stayed up, and it was a bit of a catastrophe. So we cleaned it up my second attack, but fairly solid attack. He got the 2-star with plenty of percentage left over, so that was nice to see. But I probably would have seen, or probably would have liked to see a Go La Loon or Surgical Hog for the 3-star. He wanted to use Surgical Hogs. I didn't let him because level 4 Hogs wouldn't have done it. But anyhow, that about wraps this video up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this inter-clan war. I've said that like 4 times now, I think. But I enjoyed it. This is not going to be an every day or every week or even every month kind of deal. Probably once every 2 months, maybe. Um, you know, we had several new kind of strategies shown, new kind of implementations. We didn't use a whole lot of Hogo Wee Wee before. We had 2 Hogo Wee Wees this war. Still had our Surgical Hogs. Reza's back, and he's going to be using Surgical Hogs. I know he's the master on that. I believe Sens is coming back. Alpha, of course, came back this war. So we had some, solid returns coming back. We're going to have an Elder Co conference tonight regarding several things. I'm probably going to allow people, to listen on that, but it's going to be a fairly serious conversation because we have a lot to consider. Let me know if you guys enjoyed Ban. Our original organization is not going to work with Ban, in my opinion. We're going to talk about that tonight. But I just want to let you guys kind of know that, and probably by the time you even watch this video, it'll be already in session. But I thought I might as well talk about that. So, like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this war. The only reason I'm showing so much of this war is because our clan isn't broadcasted. I'm not putting our YouTube in the description yet. Maybe when we start getting more subs, I might, I would say, it's okay to show these videos or share them with friends if you'd like. Let's try to keep this fairly quiet. We don't want enemy clans to know about this, especially, when I'm breaking down our bases and saying the weaknesses, But I think it's important for you guys to understand how I feel. I might do this in the future. However, if I do this in the future, they will be private videos when we are more, or when this channel is more popular. But we'll even see if this channel is more popular. I don't know. Not necessarily a focus right now, like I said. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoy this war. This is Sir Studmuffin, leader of Affliction, and I hope y'all have a great day. Peace.